Kilted balls. Woo!
Yeah.
I went a little higher pitch today, seeing if we could have some harmony.
That's nice.
I
was already set on a song, so it might not have been our best.
Oh man!
But I was singing "I Am a Real American."
Oh, nice. Are you?
Well, no, it's Hulk Hogan's theme song back in the day.
Yes,
so
yes.
he had passed today. Man,
Hulk
we're doing
Hogan
all
did.
these episodes and people are passing.
I know. I thought about like trying to find I'm gonna go to like Goodwill and buy all the Hulk Hogan stuff.
That would have been smart. That would have been really smart. Yeah, I don't know how many listeners know this, but I was at WrestleMania 3, which was pretty amazing.
That is
when
amazing.
Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant.
Yes.
Super, super great. Lots of other fun stuff there.
Whether you disparage it because it's entertainment or not, it's amazing that anybody lifted up Andre the Giant.
I tell you what, because since I've started going to wrestling stuff pops up on my feed, so I'll watch like highlights, and there's a bunch of like old stuff when Andre the Giant used to be in Japan and stuff, and some of those matches were crazy.
Were they?
Like, he was giant. I mean, he was huge compared to most people, but when he was wrestling in Japan, he's even bigger, which is hilarious.
He's very large guy. Very large guy.
Yeah.
The amount of beer he would drink, they would talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nuts. So you said Hulk Hogan died, which lets people know the date. Are we going to post this today, or are we going to wait until next week?
I thought we should wait. This is the must-see episode of the year, though. I mean, clearly.
Oh.
We don't know. Yeah, we're doing this as, if anyone goes back and pays attention, we're recording this early on Thursday. I'm going to be out of the country, so we're planning on recording, but just in case, this is a good.
We have one and we got it set. So
exactly.
Man, there are so many things I wanted to talk about today, and I have forgotten. I'm pretty sure almost all of them. Which is
I remembered mine, and maybe you can remember yours. Because we were talking. You said we were talking. I can't remember if it was Tuesday night or Wednesday. You had said you had something really funny, and I said I had an announcement. So yeah. So I thought they both could go together. You didn't tell me what the funny thing was, but I hope you remember.
We'll see.
And this is a little backstory, real quick. Lately, I've been on an adventure for underwear. Like, the underwear has changed out there. I've been having a hard time finding stuff that I like that I can run in. I had boxer briefs for a while, but especially being in Florida and here, it's a little too hot in the summertime, and especially if you're working out and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been ordering some different ones and trying to figure out what I want to do. But I've made a little bit of a statement. I've tried something. I've tried something different in my life. I'm 2 days in. I'm pretty excited. So, I talked to Nova. I said, "Hey."
Talk to Nova.
So I got an email for a company, MeUndies, if you've ever heard of them. And I was looking, and I didn't like a lot of their stuff. They had one that looked like it might have been okay, and I'm like, Nova, I'm not sure if I'm ready to do that. To wear underwear that, well, let's come out and say it. It's a thong.
Yeah, it's definitely a thong.
So it's called large front pouch thong, something like that. I didn't need the large front pouch, but
the large front pouch.
Maybe it was just front pouch thong. So not like a girl's thong.
No.
So I was talking to Nova about it, and you probably remember, but I wore bikini underwear like ever since I was a kid.
Yes.
Like I always wear bikini underwear, and then that kind of changed when I started wearing boxer briefs, whatever. And I just switched back and forth. So yeah, Nova's like, yeah, do it. Like, that's really cool. And I said, yeah, but I always think about like back in the day, we always laughed at Shaq for wearing thongs. Do you remember that rumor that Shaq wore thongs?
Yes, yeah.
And Nova's like, of course that was a rumor, but look at Shaq. He didn't care what anyone thinks. You don't care what anyone thinks. If you like it, you like it. So I'm like, okay, I bought a 3-pack that was like random whatevers. I have the Stars and Stripes on now, if you noticed.
Nice.
I have they're like pandas that say "Do not disturb," and then a pair. Guess what? Dragon print.
Ooh,
So of course it was meant to be.
It was
But I
meant
wore
to be.
I wore the dragon ones yesterday, so I couldn't wear them again today.
And what do you think so far? What's your feels?
So all day was awesome, and all day today was awesome. The problem I had last night falling asleep, you'd be surprised, like that little bit of fabric that covers your butt cheek, how much colder you are. Because like I've been sleeping with my leg out,
Yeah.
so my leg and my butt gets really, really cold last night. So it was super uncomfortable. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So
It's interesting. I would not expect you to wear underwear in bed.
So that's another thing, which why I'm like I've been searching for new underwear for a couple years because I sleep with a 6-year-old.
But even if you're sleeping with a 6-year-old, I like would assume you'd wear like pajama bottoms or shorts or something.
Oh, no, I just wear underwear.
And not underwear.
I thought you just meant not wear anything because I usually just don't wear anything. But like, there's a kid in my bed, so I have to wear something.
No, I knew with the kid in your bed, you gotta have something. I just assumed it'd be shorts.
No,
or like underwear or something.
Mm-hmm. Although I was wearing them this morning because I got up and I was like doing stuff at the computer, and Morgan woke up. He comes walking around the corner. He's like, "What is going on?" He's like, "Your butt cheeks are out," and it looks like he like pulled up his underwear, like he gave himself a giant wedgie. He's like, "Your underwear looks like this." I said, "Because it is." You don't really know. Honestly, you don't really notice it. It's not that far up there, and I've had a couple toots, and they seem to be okay. So that was my concern.
Okay?
Seemed to be okay.
I was worried for you. I
didn't want to look like I was mud wrestling.
What are you drinking tonight?
Actually, I have a Sweet Baby Jesus in here, so.
Ooh. So Sweet Baby Jesus and a thong. That's crazy.
Sweet Baby Jesus and a thong. So did you remember what you wanted to say?
No. And I don't think I would remember with that.
So if you are listening or you weren't paying attention, you need to rewind. Everyone knows I have a mirror back there. It took me like 15 minutes to adjusting it so I could stand here and surprise you. So if you notice, I'm not standing center, but when I stepped over,
our poor Spotify listeners are going to miss out. They're going to miss out.
I think we're going to get so many views. The people are going to switch over.
I mean, it's probably going to go viral, right?
Mm-hmm.
It probably will.
Yeah.
I saw our good old friend Dwayne Carr.
Yes, you were talking about that.
Yeah,
that's
at an
awesome.
Open house. I meant to tell you that before. That was cool. It was nice seeing him. I told him you said hi. He said to say hi back. So
good.
He still looks like Dwayne.
That's one person I miss. I definitely see him on Facebook and stuff, but he hasn't been to any of the class reunions at all or anything. I just haven't seen him.
No, I told him, I'm like, I follow your like life on Facebook, what you guys put on there. So that's one of the benefits of Facebook.
Yep.
Right, you get to see all that, and so I like that. That's nice. But yeah, it was good seeing him. I saw this post on like I don't know, one of my socials the other day. And it gave me all the feels. And, like, my wife was laughing at me this morning because I sent it to, like, the whole family. And I was like, wasn't this, like, amazing? Like, I was, like, so emotional over it. And she's like, yeah, I know you would be. I'm like, what?
Oh, really?
I'm like, you weren't emotional? And they were like, no. I'm like, ah. She's like, but I knew you were. I'm like, ah. Because what it was doing was, it was like, when I think it was a story, and it was like when I think about Valhalla, right? You know, the Vikings, where those who like lose in the glorious battle go and spend eternity.
Yep.
It's like when I think about that, I like to think about all the battles that people lose on Earth and go to Valhalla to be with Odin and the rest of them that we don't think about. And it was like the little girl who lost the battle hiding from her alcoholic father. And like then it talks about her meeting Odin and what Odin would do and like how he would react. And then it was like all these like people who lost the battle with cancer and like they would go up there, and Odin would be like, "Oh my gosh, you fought so hard," and like it would like talk about like each one, and so it went through
Oh,
like
that's super awesome.
4 or 5 different examples and how like Odin would act and how the crowd would act and having like as they get their beer and drinking and celebrating. And, I don't know. It was just good. And I was like, oh, that's so emotional. So
that's awesome. And Chat's up there.
Yeah, hanging out.
That would have made me teary-eyed too, because it would have been like, oh, and Chat.
For sure.
But no, that's awesome. That's a great spin on it, because people don't think about losing those battles, because it's all the great battles.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, those are glorious battles too. Like, and people don't think about those battles. I'm like, that is amazing. So, yeah.
Yep, that's super awesome.
Different things to think about. Yeah, and I cannot, for the life of me, remember any of the things. Even there were 2 things today, and I was like, oh, I got to remember, and I can't remember any of them. It's so sad. And what'll happen is we'll get done recording, and I'll be like, oh, I remember. So.
It'll have to be a short. Yeah, so I wouldn't have been able to have the reveal on like if I was recording someplace else.
No.
So
this was
that's
perfect.
One reason I suggested having it today.
I did a short today, by the way.
I did see that.
Yeah, so this is the 4-year anniversary of episode 4.
Really?
So yeah.
I saw it. I didn't watch it. I just saw that.
Yep, that's what it was about. It was like, hey, it really is our anniversary time. I think we started recording around the 7:15 or 7:17, and we did like 2 episodes the first day. Then we did like a 3rd episode, and then boom, we did 4. So 7:24.
That's awesome. That's when we used to do like the 2-3 hour episodes, have a grand old time.
Yeah. So that was back in 2021. So 4 years ago. And we did a lot of talking about NFTs. And for those of you who are like, ooh, I want to go back and look at those, I left episode 1, but I unlisted like the next 100 or so.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, as far as if you're going back, there's not really nuggets in there.
No. And I got rid of, I don't know, like 100 or so. And was like, oh, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there.
The interviews stay mostly good. I would say the interviews are still going to be
I
really
left
good.
Those up.
There's some bad predictions, but that's not a big deal.
Well, honestly, I was thinking today, speaking about our predictions, and I could go back and watch, but I am confident that for the first 3.5 years of us recording, repeatedly, we said, if you had $100, what should you do? And we would say you should buy Bitcoin, or you would say buy Solana or Cardano or whatever. And over we said, if you had this, you should buy it. And even we lamented after we didn't sell enough at the top.
Yeah.
And the top was 60,000 and we didn't sell enough. And even then we were like, yeah, it sucks because now it's like 20. And so you feel like you lost your money, but you shouldn't be afraid. It'll go back up.
Yeah.
And
we're
Bitcoin was 120. So if you had followed our advice and thrown any extra money, which I didn't follow our advice, right? Like we mined and I went back and forth. But if you had done that, you would have, even if you bought at the top, you would have doubled your money. And if you bought at the bottom when it was under 20,000, you would have 6x'd your money.
Yeah, because it hit as low as 14, right? If I remember correctly.
I mean, we were mining and we had to shut off the miners because it was costing us more in electricity than we were getting.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
So that was like a thing, right? So y'all, Kilted Balls gave you some good advice there. I'm just saying. Hindsight being 2020. Do you think they should still buy?
There's a lot of people who are saying that, and I'm not even plugged into like the crypto groups anymore, but like random people saying it's still a great buy. Because we were talking about it on Tuesday, that a lot of people are saying a Bitcoin's going to be worth $1 million.
Yeah.
So even now, if it's the future.
Yeah, it makes
So yeah.
sense. It makes
Yep.
sense. So it might still not be a bad idea. I'm
Yeah.
skittish, right? Like it keeps going up and down, up and down, and I'm like, ee,
Yep.
ooh. So
Yeah. It's probably going to go down again, but will it? How low is it going to go? Is it going to go to 60?
yeah,
Does
I
it
don't
go
know.
past the previous high? I can't remember historically what it does. It might not even get that low again. It might not go drop below 100 again.
Yeah,
So, I mean, we don't know. And we've talked a lot about that. Even when it was 90 and stuff, our friend Jason was talking about, oh, I wonder if I should just buy some. Is it going to get this low again? But
I
some people were saying it's going to hit 50 again. So we'll have to
yes,
see.
it's super interesting. I don't think it's going to
Hmm.
hit 50 again.
Yeah.
I think it's too mainstream now.
Hmm.
So I could be wrong, but I think it's too mainstream.
Yeah. I agree.
Hmm.
People are buying in.
Yeah. And none of that was the funny stuff that I wanted to tell you, listeners. It's
Oh,
just stuff that I keep
man.
thinking of and like clicking on.
Mm-hmm.
I did. This is kind of boring for our listeners, maybe, but I asked my AI assistant yesterday and said, "Hey, looking at RSI and other indicators, what are some things I should buy that I can make 2% in
Oh,
like the
yeah.
next 2 days?" And it
You were
gave me
talking
a
about that.
whole list, and I was like, how about for like under $100?
Yeah.
And so it gave me a list, and it gave me like all the reasons why and all the indicators. I was like, all right. And I didn't pull the trigger on any of them. I think they just didn't hit the price point I set. But it
Okay.
also gave me exit point. Like it gave me like you should set really tight stop losses and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so like it was speaking like we would speak. I was like, this is impressive. So today I was like, hey, answer those same two questions again. It's like, which two? The ones about this and this? I'm like, no, literally the last two questions about stocks, blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, well, here's my two or three picks today. And one of them was the same. And I looked at it and it was lower than what I had bid on last time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I
So you
was
pulled the
like,
trigger.
I pulled the trigger. And then, like, during the day, I was watching it and it went up a little bit. And then it kind of went down. And I was like, this might be a 2-dayer or 3-dayer. And
Mm-hmm.
then in after hours, I don't know what it ended up going, but it started to jump, and I was like, sell.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Awesome.
I made like a percent or two, but I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that's all I wanted. Like all I told
Yeah.
it was, can you make it so I can make a percent or two? So if
Yep.
the for those of you who don't know, the average day trader makes 1%.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I can be ahead of 1%, then I figure I'm doing okay. So
Mm-hmm.
as long as it did. So I like pulled the trigger and called it good.
That's awesome. And you're trading with no fees, or do you have small fees
It was like a
where
penny,
you're
I
still
think.
making a little bit? Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's not like the olden days where if you're trading stocks and stuff, it was just a set amount. So now it's a
I
percentage.
mean, almost every time I make a trade, it's like a penny.
That's awesome.
So I think a few times it's been more, but I haven't paid attention. Like it tells me
Mm-hmm.
what it is before I pull the trigger,
Yeah.
which is why I have trouble selling like my Bitcoin. Because when I go to
Mm-hmm.
sell Bitcoin, it charges me like 1 or 2%, which is a lot for
Exactly.
Bitcoin. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah, that's why people are doing they're going through their Charles Schwab, so they're not actually holding it.
yes. I almost bought stock in a Bitcoin company today. Like it was a
That's
mining
hilarious.
company, and I was like, maybe I'll pull the trigger and buy you, so I don't have to worry about it. So I did not.
So it's just there.
I did not.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah,
Well, sweet. What a good episode.
yeah. People got to see a lot of stuff, and people pay attention to the shorts, not Kilted shorts, but the shorts on YouTube. Hopefully, I'll remember
Hmm.
what the funny thing was that I wanted to talk about. But hoping you guys are having a great time. Hopefully, Kilted has a great trip and has a good
Heck yeah.
time. And otherwise, I think we'll probably be seeing you guys later. So, this is Ballbuster signing off.
Kill the Dragon Jerry. Love you all.